It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the dynamic Michael Penix Jr. He's not afraid to throw it. Second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Panthers coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Charlotte. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Dulcich now brought in motion. On second down, Young. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And this ball incomplete on third down. On fourth down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. And a fair catch called for and taken. They're backed up to their own 7. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Now, Mike, at this level here in the NFL, you just rarely see the type of performance where one player on the field just stands out that much against his peers. But that's exactly what we saw out of this quarterback a week ago. I mean, throwing for all those touchdowns, that's one thing. But the fact that he was able to protect the ball in the process is what really was impressive to me. I mean, it's not like he was just out there in the backyard chucking the ball all over the place. I mean, he was methodical, cerebral, lethal with his approach. Truthfully, I have no idea how you follow up a performance like that, but I'm certainly excited to see what he has in store.
He's going to take a shot here for Mooney.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Again, it's Penix. He'll try to run for it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he will score. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When a defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Room to run at the 40. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Young to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. On play action, Young. Quick throw here is complete. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Young hands it to Hubbard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Young to throw on 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Sending a receiver right. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that edge.
The pressure all over him. He goes down again. Here's J.K. Scott now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. He's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. Open man down the field, Mooney. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. That one is caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Quick throw, taken in. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are through. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. The pass intended for Xavier Legette, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Here's a handoff to Hubbard. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. He's run well here in the first half of the season. As you see there, he's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend.
Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Ready up. Let's go now.
On 1st down, it's right back to Hubbard. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st. Unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Here's Young. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Penix. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down. They'll throw. It's Penix. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his 3rd of this game. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Young. He's got his tight end, Sanders. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Go.
Throwing is Young. It's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First, and this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. His kick is good. And the Panthers are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Penix. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start in the NFC, and specifically the NFC South. Tampa Bay traveling to the Bayou to take on New Orleans. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown catch in that first half. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He doesn't have a rushing touchdown, but he's got 3 of them through the air, as he's been a true weapon in the passing game to this point. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's been a machine in the red zone here first couple of months of the season. In fact, leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On second down, Penix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A gain there of 11. First down, Atlanta.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. They'll run it here with Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
65, Jack, 65. Here we go, shot.
From the gun, here is Penix. Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Check go.
From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he's in. Touchdown, Falcons. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
On is Koo for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
70 Lions. Ready.
In motion comes the tight end, Evans.
Ready.
Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Divine Diablo there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Young to throw on first down. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive. Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. From the gun, it's Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he will score again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons stretch things out even further. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over now to start this 4th quarter. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hut up.
From the gun, it's Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Trap 60.
They'll motion over Thielen. On 2nd down, Young. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be 1 step ahead of them.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. This is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
Let's go. No. Hut, hut.
They'll run with Robinson. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
To throw is Young. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Let's go now. Huh.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. Here's Young to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That's hot, left side, it's complete. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
Come on. Set up.
Here's Young. That one complete to Leggett. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. A 2nd down throw for Young. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. To throw, Young. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The visitors' offense and their quarterback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Ready.
Throwing is Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take it.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
A give up the middle to Algier. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25.
19 light.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Young. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Terrell has it.
It's no secret. This offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warrior 70. Ready.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Young. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.